Hello, friends, and welcome to episode 44 of The Weird Turn Pro. I'm Mo Strummel in Nashville.
And I'm Jason Winfield in Lamont, Pennsylvania. This week we have Mickey Zetts with us. Where you at, Mickey? One more time.
White Plains, New York.
Excellent.
White Plains. Been through there many times.
They are White Plains these days, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you can see any snow yet. Still going outside the window here. But...
Oh, a little mood setting there. All right.
A little mood snow.
Yeah, a little mood snow.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
There you go. A little late, but we already did that show. You were there.
Oh, I was on that show. Okay, good.
Oh, no, you weren't there. We had Michael. Hey, so for those of you that are watching, you may have seen my mistake right before we went live. I showed everybody a little backstage view there for a second for all you folks that are watching, a little sneak preview. So don't say I never gave you anything.
Dude, I'm glad I wasn't snorting any blow then. You know, it's a good thing.
Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. All right.
Wow.
Sorry, it's a family show, isn't it? I just screwed it up.
Well, sometimes.
It's the kind of family show you can say that in, yeah. So
we're going to get started here, but I want to show you. So you're going to play. Are you playing some new stuff for us today?
I'm playing a song. This first song is called Lovesick. And we recently put this out on the YouTubes. But within a few months, it's going to be available on all the platforms. Your Spotify and your Amazon and what have you. It'll be on all that stuff pretty soon.
Yeah. YouTube's is the one you can do by yourself. The rest of them,
yeah.
Have to wait for the aggregators to put it out there for you.
Well, right now it's at the mastering house. So once it comes back, then
Sweet. All right. Well, I think we should just get started. We got a lot of music to get through today, so I think that would be cool. So why don't you get us started?
Let's hear this.
This is a little tune that I wrote when I was courting, I should say courting, a little girl from Yonkers. I think of you, nobody else, when I'm in groups, all by myself. You seem unfazed, slowly I'm crazed. You're not as lovesick as me. Sometimes you're cold while I'm in heat. I need to know I'm saving your seed. Man, it's all new, but you much to prove, since you're not as lovesick as me. When you smile, my heart skips a beat, 'cause maybe I just made you swoon. But then we're back once again, just conversational friends, again and again and again, as slowly I'm creeping out the room. Is it a feeling you ever felt? How do you deal? Have I been dead? Maybe I think too much when you seem out to lunch. Clearly not as lovesick as me. We're back once again, just conversational friends, again and again and again, as slowly I'm creeping out the room. You never call, you never write, mostly I fall while you fail to ignite. Are you in love or merely polite? No, you're not as lovesick as me. Clearly not as lovesick as me. You're not as lovesick as me.
Nice.
Touch at the end.
I like
That's
that.
pretty.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is
a great
That is a
song.
really pretty song, man.
Thank
Holy
you.
cow.
Thank
Good
you.
feel.
Yeah.
Thank
good
you.
feel to it too.
Yeah. Got a
Definitely, definitely.
nice groove to it.
My wife doesn't like me to tell people that song was about her.
So you use the sort of the
The girl from Yonkers.
nondescript
Yeah.
description. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But everybody knows. Everybody.
Joan says she gets it.
Thanks, Joan.
So, Jason,
Yeah.
it's your turn. What are you going to play
Oh,
for
it's my
us?
turn. Well, since he started with a song about the girl from Yonkers, I might as well write a song, play the song that I wrote about the girl from Atlanta. So
Does Heather know about this girl?
used to think I knew my way around this town. I could stop at any neighborhood bar around, meet a friend or two, play some cutthroat pool, for the run of the table or a brew. Now I'm asking strangers on the street how to find the places we have planned to meet. I'm so worried about what I might say. I hope I don't embarrass myself today. 'Cause you make time matter. I wish I had more with you. My life is all in tatters, so with love I don't know what to do. Ooh. Now I find myself awake at dawn every day, looking forward to what you have to say. I can't remember where I need to be. I'm just wishing that you were here with me. 'Cause you make time matter. I wish I had more with you. My life is all in tatters, so in love I don't know what to do. 'Cause you make time matter. I wish I had more with you. My life is all in tatters, so in love I don't know what to do. 'I used to think I knew my way around this town. I could stop at any neighborhood dive.
Yeah.
And she even danced by the doorway as I was playing that song. So
Oh, my
Jason,
goodness.
Jason, this is a compliment. It reminds me of Steve Polt's song.
Steve Poltz song. Okay.
Do you know who
Thank you.
Steve Poltz is?
Not yet, but I will by the end of the night.
He's this. Mo, do you know Steve Poltz?
I don't know the name. No.
Steve Poltz is the guy that wrote "Meant for Me" with Jewel, and Jewel made a big hit out of it. But Steve Poltz has in addition to being a rambly little songwriter, he's hysterical. He'll go on stage and vamp "Meant for Me" for 20 minutes while he tells you a story of when he went to Vegas to write a song for David Cassidy and got drunk and threw up on him. Vamping the whole time, doesn't miss a beat, and then goes into "Meant for Me." He's hysterical. You guys should definitely check out Steve Poltz. But that vibe of that was very Steve Poltz. I liked it.
Well, thank you.
That's funny. You say that. Back when I was in college, I think, or right out of college, went to see Arlo Guthrie.
Oh.
And
the king of the vamp.
He oh my God. He'll tell a half-hour story and then, play a 5-minute song for you. But he's like, it's insane.
Yeah.
And every story, like the last line of the story walks you right into the song.
Right into this,
it's like perfect. It's all perfect. It's so good. It's so much fun to go and see songwriters do that, because to me, it makes, whenever I hear that song, like it was the coming into Los Angeles. He told this story about getting busted when you're coming back. And it led right in. But every time I hear that song, all I see are these DEA agents standing on a runway because that's where they were at the end of the story that went right into the thing. So it's like perfect. So it's cool that you said that, because I do like it when songwriters do that.
Yeah.
I think it's
the first time I heard Arlo do the Alice's Restaurant in Massacree, I was on the floor. I was like 12, and I'm like, I got the album, the record, and I'm like, I never knew you could do a song like that. I was laughing so hard. So
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah. I mean, I had that on vinyl as a kid because The City of New Orleans, which was written by Steve Goodman and John Prine. John Prine never took credit for it, but one of the stories that Goodman always told about it was that he and his wife were on the train from Chicago to my hometown. And they got off in my hometown. And this is the interesting part, Mickey. They actually went to Sullivan, Illinois. Why would you know that at all? To the Shriners retirement home. But it's also another little tidbit in that is Sullivan, Illinois is where I met Angela Thomas.
Oh.
When I was in high school.
Oh.
So.
Wow.
I'm not sure what that means.
No, Angela Thomas is a prominent figure in both of our lives. If you know what I mean.
She introduced us.
She was an Icky. She was in Mickey Zetts. She was in my band back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I love so if they were in your band, they are an Icky.
Once you're in the bit, you're an Icky for life.
Mickey Zetts.
We call the people that come on here weirdos, but I think that might beat it. I think the
Ickies or weirdos. Which one would you rather be? Are you an Icky? It depends on whether or not you're 12.
Right, exactly.
All right, I'm going to play a song, and I'm going to. Let's talk about how singer-songwriters or anybody who wants to come on can come on the show. So if you look at this, it's just a little header. Basically, you just go to that website, weirdpros.com, and there's a form on there. You just fill out the form, and the information comes to us. It's like magic. Somehow it just comes through the ether, and it comes to us, and then we'll get in touch with you, and we'll figure out when we can have you on the show. So if you're listening, I don't know. I know that I don't know what you call the son or daughter of a cousin anymore. Second cousin, I guess. I guess I have a second cousin named Ryan Strummel, whose mom has been in touch with me, and I keep telling her to tell him to go on the site, fill out the form, and we'll try it out. So Ryan, if you're watching, go fill the form out, will you? All right. So I'm going to play a song. I'm going to go a little bit off the path here from where you guys have been. This is a really old song that I wrote a long time ago. I made a really bad recording of it a long time ago also. This really isn't about anybody, but it is I wrote it about the time that, what is it called? 50 Shades of Grey. Like those books were all like really hot, right? And so it's a love song, but it's really that kind of love song. So it's a little bit weird. And I don't know if it would get much airplay. I think that's why I never really did anything with it.
No longer a family show. No longer a family show.
Well,
I don't know that we ever were a family show.
I don't even know if Jones. She has heard it, but I don't think she'll remember it. So, and it was not written to her or at her or anything like that. So don't go there. Now I really goofed it up. So this one's called "Love Me Like You Used to Do." Love me, baby, like you used to do. Put on the white dress and the blue suede shoes, oh baby. Love me like you used to do. Love me, baby, like I know you can. Put on your corset and get out your fan, oh baby. Love me like you used to do. Wake me up and tie me down. Use the gag so I can't make a sound. Wrap the rope around my legs and back. Tighten up and give that whip a crack. Remember how we used to play this game? I like it almost any way but tame, oh baby. Love me like you used to do. Wake me up and tie me down. Use the gag so I can't make a sound. Wrap the rope around my legs and back. Tighten up, give that whip a crack. Love me, baby, like you used to do. Put on your black dress and the spike heel shoes, oh baby. Love me like you used to do. Oh baby, love me like you used to do. Oh baby, love me like you used to do.
I was singing along. I was singing along. I was doing the ambiguous Elvis Presley harmony guy in the back. Love me like you used to do.
Nice. All right, now see that's a good idea for that. I guess I'll have to record it and then I'll send it to you. You can do the backup.
I think I could
That'd be awesome.
with the right crunch in it. It would be a great Red Dirt Poet song, actually, because it has.
That's true. We should do that as a Red Dirt Poet song.
Has the nice little tongue-in-cheek aspect to it.
I'll tell you, one of the reasons that popped into my head is because we started watching that show Billions.
Oh
yeah.
I know, yeah.
So it popped back into my head from watching that show, and I was like, oh, maybe I should do that one tomorrow. So that's what I did.
Good song, good choice. Thank you for playing. I don't think I've ever heard that song.
I don't think anybody's ever heard that song. World debut. Woohoo! All right, Mickey.
Birds of a Feather. Actually,
you know what?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, you said maybe to have a fourth song ready. Okay. And it just so happens the fourth song that I dusted off is called My Masochism. Right there, you can see what we're birds of a feather, you and I. But
well, we might have to get that far today. Then we'll have to see what happens.
Can you move me out from between you two?
So you know what, Mickey, I'd like to instead of doing anything right now, I'd like to show your promo for this next song before we even talk about it. Is that all right with you?
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
Okay. So Joan is gonna take us to a screen share. We're gonna leave the mics on so we don't have to mute anybody. So just watch, so we don't. Unless you want to do one of those things where this will be the extra CD, the extra DVD in the set where you do the commentary.
Mystery Songwriter Theater 3000.
There you go.
Exactly. That's it. All right. So I'm gonna get the screen up here and get it started, and we'll.
So why hasn't it started yet?
Oh my God! Which robot are you, Jason? Here we go.
Oh, we got no audio.
No audio?
No audio.
Let me stop it and we'll start over. As the well, this is a new thing on StreamYard, so this might be let me see something here.
So that was good. What do you think?
I got it. Hold on. I got it. Let me see. I got it. I got it figured out. Hold on.
All right.
Come on, Jason. I'm going to teach you this because Jason hosts shows on on I found it. Jason hosts some shows for his work. And so I'm gonna
but it's kind of difficult hosting on this platform when you're not on, because I basically start people and then disappear and they can't hear me. I can't do anything. All I do is.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because I'm not actually an on-camera talent, as you can see.
Well, my computer has completely hated this now.
Well, that's okay. We don't.
Yeah, I know, but I got to get.
I want to hold the show up.
I know, but I got to get us back where I was. I can't even do anything right now.
Oh,
I'll have to tell StreamYard this didn't work out quite the way I thought. Let's see here. Let me try something here real quick. Sorry for the technical difficulties if you're watching.
Well, that was a great video, I think.
By the way, I made Rick Maxora uncomfortable. He's saying on the oh man, this is like locked up now. Hold on. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm just trying to shut stuff off. See if I can. Sorry, I shouldn't have tried it. We should have practiced first.
Yeah, that's what rehearsals are for.
Gotta love it.
If this was the Stern Show, heads would be rolling.
Well, thank God it's not the Stern Show then.
Yeah. Well, unless there were breasts, and then you wouldn't have to worry about it.
This is very true.
It's early yet.
No, Mickey, don't do it. Oh man, what's going on here? Well, you know what? Hey, why don't you play? We can still hear you.
Yeah, let me just do the song then.
Why don't you play while I get this thing fixed, and then we'll.
So basically, what you would have seen in the promo is it's kind of a concept EP. It's kind of having fun with an idea. As Jason's told you on shows past, I used to write for the theater a bit. I wrote some plays and some songs to go with the plays, and this was just a concept that I had rolling around in my head that I thought, ooh, wouldn't that be cool? And during the pandemic, I suddenly had time to really just kind of flesh it out and play with it. And as I was working on the project with Steve Rains, this kind of grew out of that. I was making all those singles, which are going to be coming out too. But this is all these songs on this EP are going to be all linked together with kind of a story. And I'm hesitant to really tell you exactly what I think it is, because I think it's really open to people's interpretations if they want. But it's kind of Pink Floyd-y and kind of, somebody said Jim Steinmy, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. It's Jim Steinham, the Pat Outta Hell guy. No, not like that. But the name of the record's going to be called Dracula Daughter, and not Dracula's Daughter. the Dracula daughter, because it's the name of this character's band. And she's a psychopath. And it's a story of her guitar, and a legacy of blood. And this is the song. He's 24. He's the mortician's son. He's never traveled to a city. He may be short, but he's a handsome fellow. Besides, he thinks you're rather pretty. And if he gets the words out right, he'll ask you for a date tonight. But you must resist his potential kiss as much as they made you light. Now, Dee Dee, why you hanging around? He's a lovely boy you may enjoy, but that road will only bring you down. Now, Dee Dee, why you hanging around? You just had to choose the most beautiful in town. He thinks you're tall. He call your style goth. He wonders when you'd show emotion. Perhaps it's shock, or maybe it was murder. He'd give you all of his devotion. You're wishing it would be alright to maybe go out for a bite, but you mustn't release your hold on the beast that darkens your every night. Now, Dee Dee, why you hanging around? He's a lovely boy you may enjoy, but that road will only bring you down. Now, why you hanging around? You just had to choose the most beautiful in town. So that's the short acoustic version of that.
Nice. I like that.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So here's the deal. I can, we're still broadcasting. Everything's cool. I just have no control. Well, I could say that any day. I have no control over anything right now. So I'm going to ask you, so when somebody else is playing, just mute up and that way you can talk. I won't be able to mute, so we're just going to keep my mouth shut when somebody else is playing. But that was, your music is so accessible, and that's, I mean, I could listen to this right all day. So it's, for me at least, it is, and it's very cool. So
and I have to chime in. I can tell the stuff that you've been writing recently, comparatively, the maturity of the chord progressions and process and where you're going is a little different than what it was before, and it's very nice. I mean, you're still it's Mickey songs, but there's an element there that is there's a growth that's happening, and that's really cool to see too.
Well, yeah, it's funny because I think I told you guys last time I stopped writing songs about 2 years ago. And I only started writing again because we're stuck at home with nothing else to do. And suddenly the switch got turned on. That's all I can say. This is new, and this is like, it just came out, So I think as I've aged and whatever, I progressed even though I wasn't even practicing the art,
Right.
Well, we're glad that the switch got turned back on. Trust me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's where I was going. Yeah, I mean, there's some cool stuff happening. So keep it boiling.
Thank you. I hope when you guys when the EP comes out, hopefully in March, you'll see it's a bit different from what you just heard. It's got a lot of stuff going on there. I had actors come in to do dialogue and all sorts of crazy stuff. So it's kind of like Operation Mindcrime meets The Wall by me. So,
Okay. There's a nice burgoo.
Yeah. All right. Jason,
Oh, I guess it's
you're
me.
up, man.
It's me. Well, you know what? I gotta do this because the print is really small. I'm gonna move this here. And my memory's old. And I'm just gonna play this because, well, I was mentioning him earlier. I don't have a whole. I have not been able to find that creative flow in lockdown, as you have, but I'm going to play this because it's a love song I can't ever stop thinking about. A Michael Peter Smith song. You probably know it by Steve Goodman. Dutchman's not the kind of man who keeps his thumb jammed in the dam that holds his dreams in. But that's a secret only Margaret knows. When Amsterdam is golden in the summer, Margaret brings him breakfast, she believes him. She thinks the tulips bloom beneath the snow. He's as mad as he can be, but Margaret only sees that sometimes. Sometimes she sees the unborn children in his eyes. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. The Dutchman still wears wooden shoes. His coat and cap are patched with love that Margaret sewed in. Sometimes he thinks he's still in Rotterdam. He watches tugboats down canals and calls out to them when he thinks he knows a captain. Till Margaret comes and takes him home again, through unforgiving streets that trip him, though she holds him tight. Sometimes he thinks he's still alone and calls out her name. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. The windmills whirl the winter in. She winds a muffler tighter, they sit in the kitchen. Some tea with whiskey keeps away the dew. Sees her for the moment, she makes him bed, singing some old love song. She knew the song when she was very new. Margaret hums a line or two, they sing together in the dark. Dutchman falls asleep and Margaret blows the candle out. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. long ago. I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that to me.
Yeah. Man, that's pretty.
It's a gorgeous song. Gorgeous song.
It is. It is, absolutely. Very well
Clancy's-
done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
I just discovered that it was a Michael Peter Smith song. He died. He passed away this last fall. So, thank you, sir.
Well done,
Very
sir.
nicely.
Well done. I didn't realize we could do covers on here.
Well,
I do occasionally because I suck.
and when we're not I mean, you're an old friend now, so if this gets taken down because of the covers, we're not quite as worried about it. If we have a songwriter come on who it's like their first time and they're sort of getting, we don't want that video taken down on them. So we try to convince them not to put any covers in there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And certain platforms, some songs have blanket licenses that are covered, so you can do covers. But if you do one that's not covered by any of these blanket licenses, you might get a letter and then they tell you got to take it down. So that's why that's one of the reasons we ask songwriters, to give us a license, a sync license for this, for just the show, and just this, just that episode, so that if one of the platforms comes and says you have to take this down, we can say yes, but we have a sync license for it. So, my understanding is that some podcasts are having problems, even if they have that license. So, which I don't really understand, because if you have that license, so maybe there's something about it I don't understand, but
Right.
it seems awful weird to me. Yep.
But I just
I'm
couldn't.
still locked up here.
Yeah, I couldn't let a Valentine's show pass by without that song.
Very cool. Very
Very
cool.
nice. Very nice, Jason.
I like it. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'll let you guys do the rest. But this is a song that I wrote for Joan's birthday this year that kind of incorporates some of the stuff that was going on in the world as well, and I like it. It's pretty simple, but I think it's pretty.
Oh. Uh-oh. So, that being said, what do we do now? Mo will be jumping back in. I'm assuming we're still here. Nope.
Are we sure this isn't the Friday the 13th show?
Well, I'm the one that played the cover. He's the one that's not on the air.
Just the two of us. We can make it if you try. Just the two of us. You and I. Are we even live now?
Yeah, we're live. I'm watching this. We actually have a show. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll play another one of my songs. We'll get him back on here in a second, and then we'll have you play.
All right.
Okay? So I will just jump in and cover for our missing host, who somehow we're still live without him. But here we go. This is a song that I wrote. It is about nobody in my life at this point, anyway. The salty, salty air just hangs around us, while the sun fills the empty in our space. The live oak by the porch is slowly melting, with the gentle dripping tears of Spanish moss. I wish that I could say just what I'm feeling. The distance is not so great between us, while the swaying porch swing cradles us inside. But I hope the chain of blame just holds me down. I hope you hear the words that I'm not saying. My pain, it seems, is never over. The heat and blisters on and on and on and on. Our timing moves each day a little slower. The mysteries of a broken heart remain untouched. We started with the spark that lit the fire. Now we live in smoke and never feed the flame. It burns so hot and with passion and desire. Our lust-filled burning eyes, they slowly close. I fear that we will learn no other way. My pain, it seems, is never over. The heat and blisters on and on and on and on. Our timing moves each day a little slower. The mysteries of a broken heart remain untouched. My pain, it seems, is never over. The heated blisters on and on and on and on. Our timing moves each day a little slower. The mysteries of a broken heart remain untouched. Salty, sultry air just hangs around us, while the minute an empty space. The live oak by the porch is slowly melting, with the gentle dripping tears of Spanish moss. I wish that I could say just what I'm feeling.
Jason, that's one of yours?
That's one of mine.
That's probably my favorite by Jason.
Oh, well, thank you.
That is some great chord changes in there, bro.
Oh, thanks.
I was, as I'm listening to it, I'm getting the arrangement, and I'm like, I would totally Jeff Buckley the hell out of that.
Well, yeah, when I first did it, I was. It's actually written about. So it was a poem I wrote about some neighbors that I had when I lived in Tampa, and then I just found the chord progression. I don't even know where it came from, but
it's good. It's great. It's really hot. What's the first chord in that one? The first chord? Is that an A? That's not an A minor. That's like a
B. Just a second. Nice. Very nice. Now, I like the way it hangs on there. And there's well, if we were, what would that be? If this was in, that was an A minor. There's a B7 that you keep going to, but it wouldn't be that because we're all the way up there on the. I don't have my capo on me right now. Yeah, I'm here.
That's nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that chord. I like that. I like the fall down to that F sharp 7 bar chord.
Yeah.
I just
Nice,
love the
nice.
sound of that. Just love the sound of that. So
has Mo texted us yet? Is like what should we
yes,
do?
Mo has texted us. I think we're on our own for the rest of this.
All right, so you should probably mention Belcourt Taps. You should probably do that.
Yes. We're still live, and I'm still in a studio, but he's trying to fix everything right now. I can't get on. So, yes, we do have a sponsor of Belcourt Taps. Generally, we are able to offer a gift certificate to our guests in Nashville for their time in Nashville. Once again, if you're a songwriter and you're looking at being on the show, you can find us at weirdprose.com. There's a form online. You can just chime in on that. Let us know that you're interested. We will follow up, and we'll be able to have you on the show. So, Mr. Mickey, what's your next song for us?
You know what? I'm going to play that Masochism song.
Awesome.
I kind of feel like the night went there. So this is not a recent song. This goes back to. This would have been on the follow-up to the Mickey Zetts album "Life Is a Dream." This would have that project was called Girlfriend Land, and this would have been a song from that. But
awesome.
She says I have the cutest way of avoiding questions. She likes the way that I'm obscure. She likes the fact that when we're out, no names are mentioned. She likes the pain I can't endure. She thinks it's funny staring straight past my ghost. She says my masochism makes me a better man than most. She says I lack the perfect gift of introspection. She hasn't noticed my smile lines. She thinks the world of all of my shallow connections. She spends my money like it's wine. She thinks it's funny with this noose around my throat. She says my masochism makes me a better man than most. So what do you say to someone who's got everything? Find yourself a life that maybe we will meet again. Why pretend? She walks right past my door and doesn't say a thing. She slips her shoes off, honey. Let the games begin. She thinks it's funny as she takes off her clothes and loves me. I wish my masochism coupled with indecision. I wish my masochism made me a better man than most. Wow, I haven't played that in a long time.
That is awesome. And it's perfect. You get you and Mo playing back to back, all tied up.
If I end up joining the band, that's gonna have to be the back cover, you know.
No, it's all. That is a perfect combination with that. I got Mo texting. I'm responding here.
This man has a power in the marketplace. Woo! He's a singer in the band. Sorry, I don't want to get in trouble for that.
Yeah, sorry about that. I should have warned you.
That's okay. That's all right. What time is it? Would you want to keep going, or
we could probably both do one more and then call it a night. I think.
All right. Sounds good.
Let me see what I got here. For I run out of anything remotely love oriented in my songs because I just don't do that very often. I did at one point. There was a lot of those types of songs. Let's see what we got here. There.
Well, I think everybody does. Everybody does when they start writing. Like, I think the reason we start writing songs is we're trying to get girls, right? I think, or trying to get someone. We're all trying to get someone when we start. Like, we put the pen to the paper and we start. We're trying to get somebody. You know what I mean?
I think that was the. There was a wonderful part of a Harry Chapin live disc that
I like Cherry Chapin.
Cherry Chapin, where he was actually asked, why didn't we, you've been playing for a long time. Why haven't we heard of you? This was like, you started in the 60s. It's the early 70s. And why haven't we heard of you? And he's like, when I first started writing, it was, I went through that phase of all I was doing was trying to get somebody that I found attractive horizontal for an extended period of time. And there's truth to that. I mean, I think that is, that's part of it because that's the desire. There's another part in there that you're trying to deal with processing. It's like anybody writing poetry or verse of any kind, when you're trying to figure out how do you express what this thing is inside of me. And I have my children are now 12 and 10, and I'm seeing the emotional bubble that's going on for them.
Oh, I don't look forward to that
as they're going through that. So there's an element there that it's perfectly natural that you have some kind of an outlet. Now, if all of a sudden it has this perk that people are interested in you because you do this thing, then there's an advantage.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then there's that idealistic stage that he also talks about, where if only the world was as wonderful as I am, then we wouldn't have any problems. But I enjoy the story part of what we do. We have a Mo.
There's a Mo.
We have Mo.
Well,
I feel like the first act of Hamlet, and there's the ghost of my dad.
Well,
how did that go?
Here's the funny thing. I was afraid to shut my mind down because I'm the feed, I thought, but I realized the way StreamYard works is it comes from wherever you are, so it doesn't matter. So once I got lost there, I went ahead and shut it down and came back, but a little scary because I didn't know if I was going to cut you guys off or not while I was doing that. But I've been listening the whole time on my other device. So you guys did a great job of covering. Awesome. And not that you needed to cover, but that's all. But I've been listening. Good songs. Awesome. I heard the Masochism song. I like it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Whose turn is it?
It'd be your turn, really. Yeah.
Well, no, I think we're gonna let you finish out.
Well, he just played one. I'll play another one. Then we can.
All right. Why don't you play another one? Let him play another one after that.
Yeah, I'm gonna break our rules again because I'm one of the guys in the show, so I can. Maybe.
Okay.
Well, give me a second here.
Jason's
reset.
Cancel culture.
He has to reset all the settings on his pedals now. And then he'll start the next song.
Wow. I was cut from a bolt of Irish linen, stained with the dirt that my whole family tilled, with a badge of red pinned to a Union coat of blue. Changed the very patch our family knew. The rails rolled through and soot covered our hands. Machines were brought to toil on our lands. When the only son broke ranks, gathered green cloth for the banks. We changed the very course our family knew. Each generation brings the thread. Wow. Generation brings the thread that stitch families together when they wed. Dark night, I cling tightly to the blanket of my family, and so together, fabric of my life. Wow. My daddy chose a starch white doctor's coat, but passed to me the songs whose colors wrote. Now I weave with silver strings, and I married a tapestry, as together we knit another row. Each generation brings the thread that stitch families together when they wed. In the dark night, I cling tightly to the blanket of my family, and so together, the fabric of my life. As I look into my children's eyes, I hope it comes to them as no surprise. The future is unknown, there's scores yet to be sown. Together, I hope they choose a line, 'cause each generation brings the thread that stitch families together when they wed. In the dark night, I cling tightly to the blanket of my family, and so together, so we can grow on together. Yes, I sew together the fabric of my life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nicely done.
I got way into the song and lost the chorus. That's all.
So when you do that, do you have oops, yep. Mickey, I think you muted yourself. I can't.
There's me. Sorry, man.
Yep. So when you're singing like that, do you see like images and that throws you away from the words or not? Sometimes that happens to me. Like I think.
Yeah, there's some images in it. There's also some pathways. I mean, I think I lost the chorus because I chopped up a line the way I didn't want to, and so it threw me. But yeah, I mean, and then I was trying to, and my mind all of a sudden I lost it, and then I start trying to like re-engage the gear with the image, and by that point it was too late, so I just could never catch up. So I'm like, okay, we're just gonna keep going. I got the words. We'll go through there and then move on.
For me, whenever I forget words, it's because I'm going, oh wow, this sounds really good tonight. always when I'm like, oh, I'm doing good. That's when I crap out and everything's gone.
Well, before we have you take us out, Mickey, I just want to remind everyone that I have a single dropping tomorrow. It's called Trouble Bound, and there it is, and it's from the album, or not an album, EP, I guess you call it now, Trouble Bound. So there you go. They apparently now I have to do a different image. If I'm releasing a single, it has to be different from the album. So that's why
it doesn't get
confused. Different images. Yeah, it's very weird. But
as I'm about to put out a bunch of releases this year, I would love to have a conversation with you about the process that you've gone through, what you've just done, because you're the most recent person I know that's doing this, in the DIY fashion. So I'd love to like bend your ear about a few things, because I originally I was going to make an album, and then I realized that you're better off doing an EP and dropping singles, because you're going to get more attention that way. If you put out an album, half the good stuff's going to get buried.
There's a big argument about that, and I actually had somebody have a discussion with me. I actually had them Zoom in with me and discuss with me. And for the genre that I'm in, I don't think singles are a great idea, but I think EPs are, because EPs, for instance, the plan for this year is to release this EP in March, and so we're releasing the first single tomorrow. We're going to release another single on the 5th, and then we're going to release the EP on the 19th. And then another EP in August, and then I'm going to have enough Christmas songs to do a Christmas EP. So that way I get to release 3 different things with singles and the EP. And so the idea is to kind of keep that kind of marketing push. And I'm doing a lot more work.
The flow, right?
Right. And I'm doing a lot more work on this one than I've done on anything I've released, just because I think it's pretty good and it's worth the effort. So like this week I have called radio stations every day, and I'm around the country or whatever, and because I've sent it out through a company to them, and so now I'm following up with these phone calls, because to be honest with you, I've done this in the past where I've sent it out to stations, but if you don't call them and you don't talk to them and you don't get in touch with them, they're not going to play it. You know what I mean?
That was kind of the same thing 20 years ago too.
You still have to
out to college radio. You had to like follow up and go drop in and just be like, hey, and give some FaceTime and flirt and do whatever you needed to do.
Right, and I think that's what it is. So anyway, I don't know if Jason had to go or if he dropped off there, but he has disappeared from my screen at this point.
Me too. Yeah. And I can hear my son screaming in the background.
Yeah. So why don't we get into this last one? Which one are you going to do here?
This is a very apropos song for Valentine's. It's a complaining about my girlfriend song. It's called Alone. So there I go and giving my heart away, like an animal loving his candid cage. I'm wrapping up everything put in front of me, humiliating as these times can be. I swore I'd never have this feeling again. I swore I'd never have this feeling again. So well behaved when friends stop by for tea. When I complain, my friends just stare at me. It's like I'm speaking in some ancient tongue. How do you say it in Latin? I can see my glasses are crooked. How do you say in Latin? She's playing dumb. I swore I'd never have this feeling again. It's gonna drive me crazy. Hold on. I swore. She never complains, she never whines. My friends all say she's like one of the guys. She's so very good till we get home. She always waits till we're alone. Sorry, this is crazy. Sorry I didn't return your call last night. Mars and Venus are checking with satellites, and then the distance is quite like Mercury in relation to Jupiter's symmetry. Now Satan wants to get Uranus array, yeah. Don't she already have one? She never complains, she never whines. My friends all say she's like one of the guys. She's so very good till we get home. She always waits till we're alone. She never cries or rolls her eyes. My friends all say she's got magnificent thighs. So very good till we get home. She always waits till we're alone. She always waits till we're alone. She always waits till we're alone. She always waits, she always waits. She always waits till we're alone.
I like that. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, I pulled a mo on everybody.
Is that what we're going to call it now? So we've had technical difficulties. We've had spectacle difficulties.
I take a look at myself on the camera. I'm like this. What's going on?
so funny. Oh man, I'm trying to make everybody seasick. They're just moving people around.
I think it's because you guys were singing your dirty songs.
Probably.
I'm sure that had something to do with it. So anyway, so Mickey, thank you for joining us today. We never did talk about what are you drinking there, buddy?
Oh, I don't want to show you. It's shameful.
Okay.
Oh, you have no idea what shameful is now.
We got a little Black Abbey going on here. Black Abbey Pearl Street. Pretty nice.
I think I win with the shameful. There you
Coors
go.
Light. All right. And Jason's on the water. Jason's on the men.
Or it's vodka. Who knows with this guy?
It's water. It's water. It's water. Otherwise, I have to break out the leeches.
Well, Rose will be happy that you held up the Coors Light because now she's not alone.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us for this. Sorry to you guys and to everybody for the technical difficulties. Obviously, we tried something for the first time, and being theater people, we should probably know better than to do that without actually playing it first. But it's a fun show. That's what we do. But now we learned that what we did learn was that if you're the person who starts the show and you drop off, the other people can keep right on rolling. So that's a good thing. So it's a good thing.
They just don't have a whole lot of control.
We will be here next week, same weird time, same weird channels, and we're going to have Bailey Callahan on next week, who's a real up and comer here in Nashville and thereabouts. And I think everybody's going to want to tune in to see her because it's pretty crazy. She's pretty good, and it's going to be a lot. Not that Mickey isn't, because Mickey is one of our favorites, so that's why he keeps coming back.
I hope you have me back for the Friday the 13th show because after this one, I think I fit right in.
You got it figured out? Okay. Well, maybe you'll have a song written about this experience by then for us. So listen, folks, we hope you'll join us next week. Thanks for sticking with us today through the bumps and the potholes, and we'll see you next week. But just remember, as Hunter S. Thompson wrote, when the going gets weird,
the weird turn pro.
Turn pro.
Mickey is definitely a weirdo. All right.